Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Top Deck King. Thank you for tuning in and supporting my channel, watching my videos. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification so you know when I post videos. I post videos weekly. Check the description of the video I created. In the description, there's the Aether Hub deck list. You can port it to Arena easily. It has my Twitch. When I stream, I've been streaming at the moment every single day. I've been testing these decks when not on the stream, as well as my Twitter. I post the deck list there on Twitter as well, and it also has my Discord. The Discord's new. This is just there for if you want to, ask me any questions, advice, sideboard guides, deck advice. I also post the decks that I post on what I stream. I also post the decks there, and I also post the decks because the stream I use to test the decks. So I'll post the decks there, and then I'll also end up posting the final version as well there from time to time. So if you want to check out the Discord, go ahead, check it in the description. But yeah, so today we are trying team returns for a best of one format here. So I took the Simic ramp deck and I went ahead and added red here just for because the red gives you value that the blue and green don't have. So the blue and green, obviously they're running the bounce cyclone summoner guide to bounce everything, to reset everything, but sometimes you don't really need that in a sense. So that's why I'm running the red here to try to end the game faster in a sense. So first card, well, let's just go into it and then you'll get into it. So to start off our ramp, turn 1, turn 2 spell, I'm running 4 Dryads and 4 Innkeepers. Obviously, Dryad helps you thin your deck out, grabs you a basic forest, as well as like a chump block on the same, on turn 2, chump block and grab you a forest. Innkeeper gets you a treasure, so it ramps you. It doesn't necessarily generate you more mana, because once you sack the treasure, then you're done. Whereas this generates you more mana regardless, because it puts the land in play. But still, it ramps you at least for one turn when you use the treasure. And the pseudo life gain is very important, especially since we're playing World Sculptor. So depending on how many lands we have in play, they'll all come in play as 0/1s, and we'll gain, whatever, however many of them come in play, we'll gain a life for each one of those. But at the same time, like I said, it's for the ramp and the life gain. It's a chump blocker, so we're running that. 4 divided by zeros. This is a best of one format. Divided by zero is very solid. It removes a card that's problematic on the field. It also counters something for the turn. It gives you the tempo play. I'm going to give this a try, Path of the Festival, because it has flashback and for the reason that it can grab any basic land. So unlike, what is it, the lesson one, is it Field of something or whatever, the 3 mana, it's the same thing, costs 3 mana, and it has lesson learn package. Actually, let's just see what it's called. Put it on green. I don't want to make, incorrect name. Did I pass it? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. The 3 mana searches for a basic forest. That one searches for a basic forest and puts it into play. Oh, here you go. Field trip. So instead of the field trip, which searches for a basic forest and puts it in play, I am trying the new card that searches for any basic and puts it in play. So in case if I need blue, I'll go grab blue. If I need red, so I can play Burn Down the House, I'll go grab red. So, and then on top of that, it has flashback for 5. I mean, it would have been nice if it was instant speed on a flashback or something, but still. Flashback on 5, so you get to recast it. So it's the same thing. So Field Trip grabs you a card from your sideboard and puts a land in place. So that's 2 cards. Path of Festival grabs you 2 lands. So it's the same thing. 2 for 2 trade. You also get to scry with this one, and you get to get any colored land instead of just a basic forest. So I'm going to try this out and see how it works. 2 Memory Deluge. This card's pretty amazing. I think I want more copies of it, but I'm going to test it first to see what I can cut and what I cannot cut. Obviously, being able to flash this back as well, since we're playing Ren. If we plus and mill this off, that's another reason why Path of the Festival also, because if you use Ren's plus effect, it throws in the graveyard. Now you can cast it from the graveyard still. Same thing with this, obviously, and this is still a good card. So I'm going to see if I could try it and fit at least one more copy into the deck. We'll play test it and see how it works. 3 Cultivators is a 3/4 body, searches you out for a basic forest or a basic island. It's a good chump blocker. It grabs you a mana that's untapped, so I'm running 3 copies of that. Burn Down the House. It is, in my opinion, depending on the deck, for this deck, I think Burn Down the House is better than Battle Frost and Fire, just for the fact that, one, I mean, I do run a lot of 5 costs and higher cards, so the Battle Frost and Fire, third effect, draw 2, discard 1, relevant. But this one can both one, first off, it does 5 damage versus 4 damage. The Battle Frost is 4, this is 5. But the second ability of being able to create 3/1/1s with haste, and then when they die, it does a damage wherever you want. So potentially on an open board, this is a 6 mana, do 6 damage, because once they kill the devils, they do 1 damage. You attack for 3, and then they die, you do another 3. So I wanted to try this because of that haste ability to do that final points of damage, and it works really well with Alrund's Epiphany. You create 3/1/1s, Alrund's takes an extra turn, you deal 5, and then they die, deal 3. So we're gonna give this one a try and see how it works. The next card is Wrenn and 7. Of course, this is Wrenn and 7, Wrenn and 7. So this one is going to be fun in the sense that, I mean, what am I saying? Fun. I mean, playing against it is annoying, and obviously everybody's playing it just because of what it does. It creates you a token, a tree folk token, depending on how many lands you have in play. That's the power and toughness. It puts all your lands in play. The +1 grabs you the top 4. If there's any lands, grabs them all. So we're going to be playing this, and since we have flashback cards here, the +1 actually helps out in a sense too. But we're mainly using it for the 0 and the -3 here, because I mean, of course I'm going to always plus and grab as many lands, but the 0 is pretty relevant because we're running World Sculptor here. So if we cast World Sculptor, do the 0, put in say like 3 lands, then we got 3 landfall triggers here to put counters on the plant. So that is very huge for this deck, unlike the Simic one, where I mean, yes, putting the lands in play helps because it helps you ramp, but this version has a secondary I guess good option for putting the lands in play because it triggers landfall. So we're only running 3 copies. I think 4 copies in any deck seems a bit much. I know you want to draw it more often, but I mean, since we're thinning our deck out with, you know, Dryads, Path to the Festivals, Quandrix, Cultivators, it shouldn't be too hard to grab a Wrenn and 7 from the deck just by naturally drawing it. And then let's get to our win conditions. We are running 4 World Sculptors, or 2 World Sculptors, 4 Alrund's Epiphany, 1 Coma, and 2 Opus. So 2 World Sculptors, they are legendary, so that's something you have to worry about. But only 2 just because you don't need more than 1. Once you resolve 1 and it sticks, then you're probably just going to end the game there because you just play Alrund's Epiphany, use a 0, make 3 of the tokens, 4 of the tokens into, you know, 4 5s or whatever, and attack for lethal. So it helps the landfall trigger with this. And since we're ramping, this shouldn't be a 6 mana, I mean turn 6 play. It should usually be a cheaper play. Of course, you may only have 3 basics at the time you cast it, but still creating 3 tokens and then triggering landfalls is pretty solid. Obviously 4 Alrund's Epiphanies. I am not cutting this down to anything less than 4. Is a great card. There's no reason to cut it below that. 1 Coma, because there's a lot of bounce kind of spells. You know, what is it? Fading Hope. A lot of blue decks are running Fading Hopes. You still have exile effects. People are running what's called Infernal Grasp, so they can kill this on the stack before the Serpent comes out. So I'm only running 1 copy for that because there's a lot of removal in a sense. Or bounce effects that can get rid of it. Even Divide by 0 is great. And then Opus, this is a way for us to play at instant speed rather than sorcery speed. Most of the deck, if not, actually what am I saying, most of the deck, I would say like 90% of this deck is sorcery speed, and Opus allows us to play at instant speed, tapping them down, creating a 4/4, drawing cards, doing 4 damage, you know, stuff like that. So that's another reason why I wanted the red. Nothing special about the lands. It's just, you know, the Temur lands, and then nothing special really about the sideboard, you know, lesson learned package. I kind of have one of everything. I have 2 teachings here because you're constantly using all your cards, so you want to refill with teachings. So that's why I have 2 of those. I have 1 environmental. This grabs us a World Sculptor or a Coma, maybe a Cultivator, something like that. Containment Breach is there to destroy like Chariots, what is it, the Retreat card, stuff like that. Pest Summoning in case we need something on turn 3. to create a couple of blockers and gain life. That's what's that for. And then obviously Mascot, since we're ramping, we should be able to cast this easily. So, but yeah, this is the deck. We're gonna go try this on the ladder and see how we do. So stay tuned for the gameplay, and then stay tuned at the end to see if there's any changes to the deck or whatnot. But let's get into the gameplay and see how we do. All right, MTG guy, let's play. I get to go first. We shall keep. Turn 1. It's kind of sad we don't have a blue source, but I guess that's what happens when you play 3 colors. Mono black control. Yep. So some kind of black control deck. All right. Play this into this. And then you're up, opponent. So we're going to have pretty soon the cycle. We have a divide by 0 at the ready. Worst case scenario, we could sack the treasure. I would prefer not to sack the treasure, but black-white. So Orzhov. Yeah, I would prefer not to sacrifice the treasure, but if I have to, I will. So I'm going to hold up divide by 0. Worst case scenario. That's the worst case scenario. We'll take 2. I'm not going to let him ramp. There's no point of letting him ramp. He wants me to block this, obviously. Could also divide... No, I'm not going to divide that. Divide 0 that. Not going to divide by 0 that. Why? Oh, because it has to. Okay. It's like, why would it do that? Because it has to. I need to pay the blue, so the treasure's the blue. Got it. Got it. Deadly dispute. Sure. -1/1. That'd be hilarious. Wow, he did go for the -1/1. He actually went for the -1/1. Grab the blue source. Let's go ahead and put this face down. Okay, so now we got blue. We have 5 mana. Would have loved to not sack that, but Soul Shatter, sure. Get hit for 2. Get hit for 2. Put this on green. And you're up, opponent. Play divide by 0. Grab environmental. So I can grab the second blue. 2, 4, 6. That'll take me up to 7 mana. So, oh, because of Layer Hydra. I'm like, so one I'm like, yeah, we'll divide this by 0 for now. And like I said, we're gonna grab environment. Have 4 cards in their hand. I could take the risk and grab teachings, but environmental science is the safe play. Environmental is the safe play. Grab blue. Play the Dryad. And then we'll use that to sack for another land. And then we have Opus and burn down the house at the ready. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will take us to 8 mana. You got it. We'll take 1. And then burn down the house. It does to planeswalkers and creatures. So even if he does create the spiders, we can kill everything. Sure. Sure. Let's sack this. Since we're probably going to burn down the house here. Ooh. 2, 4. So we only get to create... It's not enough, I guess. Alright, let's burn the house down. Let's wipe his board. He does get a treasure and a card out of his sideboard, but we wiped his whole board down. And then we'll have Opus next turn. At his end step, play Opus into an Alrund's Epiphany. 2. Got it. Resolve all that. Just let it all go through. What is he going to get? Yeah, we don't really care what they do per se. We're just going for our game plan. Our game plan is just cast a bunch of stuff and win that way. Ignore what they do as long as we don't die. I'm sure they have removal in their hand that they just can't probably use or something. since we don't have any creatures at the moment. So 3, 4, 5. So we have 9 mana. I keep forgetting that the bottom here tells me how much mana I have. 9 mana. I'm just gonna do this end step. Tap them down, possibly. Draw a card. You got it. Either tap them down. I'm probably most likely gonna do 4 damage to this merchant here, just so that they don't keep drawing cards. Because doing 4 damage to them when they're at 20 life is not really relevant here. Spider. Well, that kind of changes things up, I guess. That changes things up. That's unfortunate too, because if I try to kill the tokens, he can sack one of them to draw a card. But it does tap him out. I could do this in response. 4 damage, tap those, but then that doesn't help me out. We're going to let that resolve, I guess. So we're going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, I guess. So 1, 1, 1, 1. And then I guess tap. Actually, they're probably going to use the land, so I tap the artifacts down. So yeah, let's cancel that. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Ooh. If you're in response, yeah, he's going to in response do that. So 1, 1, and 2 here. Because in response, he's going to tap. Yeah, and then took that to 2. In response, he's going to sack one of these. He's going to bring up the spider up. I mean, obviously, I have Alrund's Epiphany, so I can technically still kill it, but he's going to do that in response. So make sure we put 2 damage on the spider, so when he sacks his creature, we'll still get to be able to kill the Planeswalker. Sure. And yeah, see, we knew he was going to use his lands, so tap his treasures instead. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's technically fine. I can still kill it. I'll attack first, add it, and then force you to chump block. Okay, there we go. That works too. So play Hall Storm Giants, combat, attack. Force you to chump block, I guess. You got it. Sure. Results. Let's go ahead and take a turn. Draw. How much mana do I have? 10, 11. I need 1 more mana to do what I want to do. So instead, we're going to animate this. Go to combat. Let's send this here, and these here. Get them down to 9. And then we're going to put this one on blue and pass turn. I could have probably killed him 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it would have been 8. Actually, I could have killed him. I would have played Alrund's Epiphany because it could have animated layer the following turn also. But if he goes for like a Blood on the Snow, we have divide by 0. So, and we have divide by 0. And we have divide by 0. Good game, opponent. There we go. Temur Ramp. George Jung. George Jung. All right. Opponent gets to go first. I am missing some lands here, but I gotta keep because I technically have plays. So this is gonna grab me my second green. I'm gonna be able to have divide by 0 as long as he doesn't. So we're playing against that deck. Okay. We are playing against that deck. All right, so this one will go on red since we have 1 blue already. So he's gonna gain. He's gonna tag me for 2. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because they're flyers. So why am I wasting time here? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think, is there a way they can... I don't think there is, right? So if I grab this, I could play Burn Down the House and clear his board. Because he only is going to gain 4 here. And that goes to 5 toughness. Still 5 damage. Clear the board. And then we have a Renin 7 to grab us lands. We have a Divide by 0. Sure. Another Valkyrie. Let's go Ren. Let's go digging for some lands here. We hit 1 land. Got it. We hit Uno land. We only need 2 reds. So that's why I put this one on green. And we milled 1 anyways. We played 1. So Vanishing Verse. It's fun. I have a second one. So let's play Ren again. Ren number 2. Let's hope we hit more than... Yeah, I was going to say, let's hope we hit more than that as far as land goes. I guess that's fine. I was going to play this to play Innkeeper, but then it's going to do the same thing. I'm going to sack the treasure to cast Coma anyways. Oh, man. There goes Coma. Wow, he took my Outrun's Epiphany instead. And then conceded. Okay. Ferret. What is this? This avatar, though. Opponent gets to go first. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna keep. That is a tough one, though. Very much tough. I mean, we get to play Innkeeper, I guess, into a Divide by 0, but it's a very tough. What is this? Whenever you gain life. Okay. Still need another land so I could play it. But as long as they don't get their creature too high, we get to wipe their board. Another one. You gain a life. It's going wide. He's going wide. It's gonna take the 5 here. No blocks. I'm gonna use save this. I'm only taking 5. I could save this for another turn when I take more damage. Well, Divide by 0 was lame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, not Divide by 0. Paladin class was very lame. That kind of ruined my Divide by 0 plan. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, game plan number 2. Game plan number 2 is put that face down, play Pathway, and go ahead and blow his board up. And we'll be fine as far as creature. We could kill his whole board, so we'll go ahead and block here. We'll take 5, 6, 7. And then we'll put this on red. And goodbye to your board. And you're down to 2 cards. The bad part is those guys have Disturb, so they can come back out. And they're only 1/1, so... Wait, yeah. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Put it in the graveyard from anywhere. Sell it instead. Dun, 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 2, 4, 5. So obviously this has to go on green. I guess we'll cast Ren and make a dude. And force them to attack Ren. It's a 5/5 with reach. Force the attack on Ren. We have Elrond's Epiphany with double Divide by 0. They can upgrade here again. Actually, they can... No, they can't do the 3rd upgrade, so that's good. Definitely need another Burn Down the House, though. If we go wipe... What does this guy do? Choose a color, gains hexproof from that color until the end of the turn, and it can't be blocked. Okay. Interesting. My guy has reach. Oops. Yeah, my guy has reach. Fortunately for you, the guy does have reach. We had no lands, and there's Burn Down the House. So, attack. If he decides to block, we can divide by 0. Worst case scenario. If he decides to block with multiple creatures, we'll just kill multiple creatures and play Outrun's Epiphany also. Sure. Let's go ahead and Outrun's Epiphany then. Let's revealing or create a tree. Creating a tree might be better. 3, 6, 7. That also gives us access to 1 divide by 0. So if I divide by 0, maybe I divide this by 0. This one, since it's bigger, force him. If he has, it says choose a color, gains hexproof from that color until the end of the turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. I don't want Ren to die. And I think I'm fine technically. So I'm going to reveal. We hit 2 lands. So let's see. We have red, red, red. So let's put this one on. I guess red. Let's divide by 0. This one. Still giving us access to divide by 0 the next one. Let's grab Containment Breach. I could Containment Breach the next effect he does. I could also bounce this. It's a 2-drop. Whenever, put it into the graveyard from anywhere. Put in the graveyard from anywhere. I guess, does it really matter? I want him to level it up is the thing, though. I would like for him to level it up before I Containment Breach it. This way he spends mana on it. What did he exile from my Prospect Innkeeper? Like, what did he exile from my graveyard that one time? The next divide by 0 is going to grab Mascot. He's at 26. I'm at 7. I think we're good. This is not legendary, right? It's not legendary. Oh. Okay. This is green. This is blue. Technically, I could have protected. Oh, you can reuse it again. That was dumb on my part. Ooh. That was a little side mess play. And these create, the good part is these create red, white spirit token, and a blue. So he called out black. Yeah, well. He should have just used it again. Wait, did he have enough? Yeah, he did. Okay. I was like, did he have enough? But he did. So use this creature, create another one, play a land, Containment Breach this. And that's our game plan. Sure. Exile another card. Giving, I said, choose a color. Gains hexproof from that color until they're in turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color. Let's create another one. I just want to make sure that's not legendary. Let's destroy this. Let's play this on, I guess, green. Let's go ahead and grab another basic land. We have blue. Let's grab green, I guess. I could attack with this one. Yeah, let's attack with this one. Take 9. What does it create? Black and green. So we have green and we have blue. So we have protection against 2 colors right now. Got protection against 2. Then if there are 3 or more basic land types among lands you control. 3 or more basic land types. Oh, I see. Wow, he drew another one. I see. So if I would have grabbed the mountain, it would have worked that way. Got it. Got it. So let's go digging first. Wow, that was 3 lands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So this is the black white, this is red white, this is blue red. I think, let's see. If I attack with one, if I attack with both, he has to chump block one of them. This could gain protection from a color. So I think I swing both actually, because I have enough blockers here. Oh, but if he gains protection, oh, you can't upgrade it. Never mind. He can't upgrade it and use the effect. He doesn't have enough mana for that. So I think we're gonna swing out with these two. He does not have enough mana to do this effect, protection from blue and green. Okay, he just decided to give up. Okay, you could do that too. All right, opponent. Oh boy. Yeah, Temur. I get to go first. We'll keep. We have a churn 3 cultivator. Sure. We can use this on red. So green to dryad, blue to sack. So green dryad, blue sack. Play this on red and play cultivator. No attacks. Go ahead. World Sculptor, come get me, World Sculptor. Valky, oh, come on. No way. Well, there goes my turn 3 play, guys. No way. That sucked. That was lame. Valky. Alright, sack this, I guess. Could have kept it, I guess. And then try to chump block and then activate, but guess it didn't matter. We drew that. So put this on red. This guy and his Valky got me, man. So we go 2, 4, 5, 6 mana. Cast this, but I don't know if that's good enough to cast. Mono black control? And it's not even the snow control, it's just mono black. Question is, do I want to... Oh my gosh, it's like a discard deck. What the heck is going on, my friend? One, two, three, four. I mean, I guess I gotta give those up. All right. Interesting. No blocks. Looks like it's a mono black discard deck. This is gonna be interesting, I guess. Gave up my world leader, man. And I also gave up my second blue source. That also kind of sucks. I don't need another blue source. I mean, I drew 3 dryads back to back to back to back. That's kind of lame. You go upgrade the Valky to cultivator. Sure. I guess I'll block and then sack it. I'm assuming he has a bunch of like discard cards in his hand. And I have no hand, so you can't use them. Luckily, I'm thinning my deck out. Divide by 0. So if I divide that by 0, what would I get if I divide that by 0? Wish I had another blue in my hand. That would have been nice, but... Alright, go ahead. We're going to take the damage here, so that way he doesn't take the cultivator back out of my hand. Skyclave Shade, sure. Let's bounce this back to your hand. I guess maybe he has a... probably has a sack effect now. Let's grab Teachings, because that lets me re-grab draw cards again, since my hand's low. Hall of Storm Giants. We're gonna grab blue, obviously, with this. So, take action. Grab blue. Play this as my land drop. Draw 2 cards. It doesn't matter if you kill my creature. If you play that, Deadly Dispute, please do. I get to draw 3 cards. Okay. I was gonna say, if you play Deadly Dispute, I mean, now he gets to transform into Tibble, unfortunately. Because I gave him back his Valky. Because he has what? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he could transform. But let's see what he does. Let's see what he does when he transforms. I can still kill it, but let's see what he does. Yep. Because if he takes my Cultivator, this can't block. I could then play Auron's Epiphany and kill it. If he pluses, okay, that's fine. And it doesn't get him anything out of it anyways, so that doesn't really do anything for him. So we have 4, 8, 9 mana. So if I play Auron's Epiphany here, buy another churn, draw, Coma. Oh, Coma's pretty decent. I want to hold up a Divide by 0 though, but I think Coma is probably just better to play anyways. And swing out to kill this guy. Did want to hold up Divide by 0. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Testing this Temur. Oh, he's playing that deck. He's playing the Warlock deck. Going pretty well. Testing a deck out. See how this Temur version works. The Simic one's really good, but I'm wondering how Temur works. He's playing the Warlock combo, I'm assuming. Mono Black Warlock. What did he give up that he got rid of Deadly Dispute? Oh, he got another Deadly Dispute out of it. Okay, got it. Wait, 6, 9, 10, 11, not lethal. 6, 9, 10, 11, not lethal. What does this do again? At the beginning of your end step, if a creature dies this turn, each opponent loses a life. Sure. 6, 9, 10, 11. I could do 7. So that's 18 damage. Not lethal. Not lethal. 18 damage is not lethal. I can't do that and animate that, so let's go to combat. Let's hold up the Divide by 0 and possibly win next turn against him. He's at 9, so lethal here, lethal here, and lethal would burn down the house. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cost 7 to upgrade, right? I guess we'll take... I could also block. I could chump it. I guess I'll chump it. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess? Shadow's Verdict. Good game. Good game, my friend. A Sean or as hand, okay. I can keep this one technically, because I technically have a turn 2, I have a turn 3, and then a turn 4 play. Yeah, I have a turn 2, 3, 4. So we can cycle this to play Ren, play Hollow Storm Giant first, put this one on. I should play this one, put this one on green. I might need to put one on red. Put this on blue, yeah. What is the blue-white control? Are we playing against blue-white control? Looks like it, because... What else can you be doing? So blue-white control. Do I even want to do this anymore? Probably not. I'm going to save it. So put this one on green. Let's play Path to the Festival. Let's grab the green here. Put the next one on red so that way we have access to red. Play red and 7. I was going to cycle Opus, but since we're playing against control, these cards will be very relevant because we could end step. Wow, he missed his land drop. He missed his land drop. That's going to put me far ahead. And I mean, one card mattered. I would have wanted this, but the other one I did not want. 2, 4, 5, 6. Now we will play Innkeeper into Divide by 0. Hold up. Because he misses land drop, we pretty sure we win this game, right? Oh, wow. He has a way to kill it. Never mind. Scratch that idea. He had a way to deal with it. I was thinking here in mind, that's a safe play. I'm going to be good to go, but guess not. He had Faithful Absence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably use this to go to 9, and that'd be 10. We need 11 technically, so we could play these two together. I can also foretell this down soon. Missed another land drop, unfortunately. I'm going to sack the clue here to draw a card. So let's draw. Results. There's another Wren. Can I cast? I have access to... Technically, I have access to keeping it alive. So if I play this, he counters it. I could divide by 0 the counterspell. Divide by 0. Let's divide by 0. You divide by 0. Let's cast El Renorino. They have more cards than me. So I'm going to take a risk and grab Teachings. So let's go ahead and reveal some cards. We hit 2 lands. Oh no, we lost a Divide by 0 though. So I'm going to probably do the, what's it called effect to put lands in play so I can play Teachings and draw a bunch of cards. As long as Ren doesn't die, of course. If Ren dies, well, that's a different story then. That is a different story if Ren dies. Since he had one of these, he might have another one. He may just have a second one. 3, 6, 7. He's highlighting Ren, so maybe he does have it. No? No? Don't have it? See, debating on dividing it by 0, because dividing it by 0 doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything if he divides it by 0. Okay. So put this here. Let's put all lands into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this face down. Let's play Teachings, even if he divides this by 0. Oh, he can't divide by 0. He could counter it, though. Otherwise, we draw a lot of cards here. Let's put this one face down. And we'll pass. We're not going to attack here. We have access to 12 mana now. Play the land, makes it 13 mana. Looking pretty good at the moment. We could then double divide by... We could play 2 Elrond's Epiphanies. Pretty solid. 2 Elrond's Epiphanies. I feel like... let's see, we have 13 mana. That's 7, that's 6. That is 13 mana. We could technically do it. Can also animate this, but that doesn't do me any good. So I'm gonna create a tree guy. Pretty sure some of these are a couple of counter spells here. So I'm just going to pass. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Because I feel like he has a few counter spells in his hand. As far as like, Foretold Zone and stuff, why not? Make him pretend. I know he clearly knows these are Elrond's Epiphanies. There's no trying to hide that. But I don't want to. I want to tap him out on his turn, hopefully, and then we'll go from there. Because if he plays, let's say he plays Doomscar here, that's perfectly fine. Then we can end step this, trigger his counter spell, and then we'll just chain some Elrond's Epiphanies with Hall of Storm Giants. Teferi doesn't do anything. What the heck? Okay. I guess you could untap a land. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Sure. I guess we just win? We could do 5 damage to everything. Elrond's Epiphany, attack, attack. He's tapped out. So that's game. That is game, my friend. This, no matter what, wins us the game. So 2 damage here, 1, 1. And then we could tap his lands. This is a guarantee win. He's tapped out. Yeah, it's a guarantee win. Good game. Draw. So 17, 18, 3, 4, 5, 6. What were the face down cards, by the way? Doomscar and Saw It Coming. Got it. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay, my commentary during the game and whatnot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that. And like I said, hopefully by the time you're done watching this video, you'll go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that bell for notification. I post videos weekly. Check the description of the video. It has the portable deck list, Aether Hub, Twitch, Twitter, my new Discord and all that. So check that stuff out in the description. But yeah, I wanted to get into a few changes that I made to the deck from the beginning of the video until now. So it's up to you which version you want to run. You want to run the initial version, check out the intro. If you want to watch the if you want the final version, it's going to be here on the screen and inside the description. It'll be that. So the first change I made was I added a Bala Geed recovery just because of Ren and 7. So if I do the plus and let's say I mill off say a Elrond's Epiphany or a Cyclone, or that's another card I added, but Elrond's Epiphany, Cyclone Summoner, Opus, whatnot, then if I have this in my hand, I can use this to grab it back, especially for Elrond's Epiphany. Since Ren and 7 doesn't stop it, milling some of these cards, I wanted to add a card that can grab something from the graveyard that is important for us, so we end up getting it back. Especially, like I said, Elrond's Epiphany, you don't want these in the graveyard, you want to be casting these, so this is a way to get it back. Another change I did was I ended up cutting one Prosperous Innkeeper. It's I mean, it's very great, of course, but Deluge was so much better if I compare the two. Obviously this helps ramp, but this is different. But Deluge was so powerful in the matches that I played it that I wanted a third copy, and I didn't know what to really cut here other than the Prospects Innkeeper. I have a lot of turn 1, turn 2 plays anyways, with so that's 7 by turn 2. I could foretell this, that's another 4. I can cycle these 2. So I had a lot of turn 2 plays that I ended up cutting one Prospect Innkeeper for that reason, because that's right there, that's 4, 5, 6. That's a 9 turn 2 plays, as well as maybe do a Dryad. And plus, if you are able to grab Dryad as your opening hand, you're gonna ramp up to 3 mana anyways, and you can also, your other turn 2 would be using this guy's effect. So that's why I ended up cutting one Prospect Innkeeper for another Deluge. And then the final change I made was I ended up cutting the Coma for the reason I explained in the beginning of the video. More people are running removal, Soul Shatters, or playing Infernal Grasp and just killing it on the stack. What is it? Fading Hope to balance it. Divide by zeros, obviously. So I ended up just running Cyclone Summoner instead, because at least worst case scenario, it has some value in its cast. So, and against aggro decks, playing this versus Coma is a lot better. They're both 7 mana. This is easier to cast because it's only double blue, whereas the other one is double blue, double green. So I ended up doing this instead, as well as, you know, if we mill it off, we could grab it back and then just bounce everything. So other than that, those are the only changes. I think it made the deck better. Nothing changed from the sideboard. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my commentary. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning to my channel. I will see you guys in the next video.